Well, you join me putting some compost into these pots because I'm going to be putting some seedlings into these shortly. What I do is I prime the pots and then I can start putting the seeds in them then, the seedlings. There are a fair few here. I think there's about 76 or 78 of them I think there is in total. Well, there will be when we're done. We'll have to do a lot more though. Yeah, this is clover, by the way. So versatile. You can use it for potting on, you can use it for seeds. It does the whole 9 yards really. There's another one. Like I say, I'm just making it easy on myself so I don't get compost everywhere. Yeah, we're nearly done. I've been doing these all bloody week, filling these pots up. When I get a chance, it's been really hectic. We had an helicopter hovering over the bloody top of the plot about 10 minutes ago. It's buggered off now. But yeah, we're almost there. Just got 2 more to do. So there we go. 24, 48, 76. So I've got 76. I think I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Yeah, we've been pricking some of the tomatoes out earlier on, and celery and stuff like that. And it's never ending doing all this. We've actually moved the peas into the coal frame outside now. So let me show you where I've stuck the peas in this coal frame. Here's my coal frame. It's like a lid lifts up on hinges. Quite easy to make. Sits on scaffolding boards. I've got these drip trays inside. Them strawberries will be going out there soon. I'll start to put trays in here, hardening stuff off. And that's where I put these peas and letting them harden off now. This the ambassador's a bit patchy, but the Earth's green shaft is doing okay. So I need to sort of frame out for these. May even put them on my brother's plot. I don't know yet. We just have to wait and see. But this is where they are now. So they're out of the front greenhouse, and the potatoes can grow unimpeded. So as you can see, the peas are in the coal frame. We've been topping up the buckets in the greenhouse. I've done 5. I'm going to go back in there in a minute and top some more up. And the other 5, they're nearly at the top of the buckets. The others are about 5-6 inches over the top of the buckets. I'll show you that when we've finished topping them up, and we'll give them a water as well. But while I'm doing all that, what I'm going to do now is take you over onto my brother's plot and show you what we've been doing over there. Well, it looks a damn sight better along there. With me and Debs, I'm with my strimmer going down the edges, and Debs is with the lawnmower going up the middle, and between us we've done from up there all the way up that end there. And you can see we're going to be putting you see where these lines are, there's actually planings here. We're going to continue up there past my car, and we're going to put 2 tracks right the way down of planings, so we can drive down here in the winter as well as in the summer. Because in the winter you can't drive your cars on here because it just churns everything up. It's basically grass, this. But yeah, it's looking not too bad at the moment. That's my brother's cherry tree there. It's full of blossom. Look at the blossom on that. Absolute crazy. All these fruit trees are doing well. Been in there this morning. Once when I did the strimming, I trimmed inside there as well. In fact, let's have a look on his plot, show you what he's been doing. Composting bins, that's the burning bin, what we use to burn everything. Like I say, I've trimmed all around the orchard here. Now the wind's playing havoc. We get to this point, this is from here, this line here, right the way across. We're going to be turned over. There's going to be a path right down the centre. We've already started to put the line in on one side. We're going to mirror this one here, this bed here. We're going to mirror it on that side, and it's going to look like a George flag when we're finished with it. That's if he sticks to the plan. This has all got to be turned over. All this grass has got to come out of here, but that there, it's absolutely, it looks like that. When you lift the sheets up, there's no weeds at all. But yeah, we're going to put the path here as well. We've got to make it mother friendly, you see. My mother be coming down and we don't want to hurt herself, so we're going to put wide paths in so she can get down with a walking stick, and it'll go right the way through here. You've got the path right down the centre. He's been working here as well. He doesn't do, he stops and starts. What he should have done was continue up there, but he stopped there because he run out of bloody petrol in his rotavator. So he needs to continue doing that and then come at this, but he's already done this, so it doesn't matter. He's got some peas in there. He's built, I wondered what he was faffing about at. He's put a pea frame in there, he's got some peas in it. His greenhouse, he's doing better than I am, because he's actually got tomatoes in buckets already. I've not even got mine in yet. Look at this, tomatoes. He's got oh, blooming heck, sweet corn here. All these cabbages here and what have you. He's got more tomatoes everywhere you look. He's got leeks, peas, all along here you can see clearly. His tomatoes. He's got potatoes coming up in the buckets. It's all the racket going on here, girls. These are his chickens. These chickens are like the size of dogs. There's a Brahma there, golden Brahma. They're all different varieties of birds. He's got his food on this. They've got, you know, the water, just like mine really. Rhubarb here, rat trap. It's all wood chips here. I actually give him that. Fixed his shed for him. He's been potting more bloody tomato. Look at all his tomatoes. Look at them tomatoes there. He's got tomatoes everywhere you look. Tomatoes, cabbage. I think they're, yeah, they look like cucumbers. Yeah, so as you can see here, it's going to be a path right down the centre. All this here is all going. I've got a bit of a fence to put around here. Actually, it's only a small thing, just to enclose it from the allotment. We'll put a gate here, so you can walk up the path. Like I say, we've got to make it mother friendly apparently. I got that for him for 40 quid. There's a few panels missing. As you saw in the video, I did all this, put it on these scaffolding boards. It works a treat on scaffolding boards. I've had mine on scaffolding boards for about 6 years, and the wood's as good as it was the day I did it. And because I've got like a membrane where the soil is inside it, there's a membrane what goes around it and stops the wood from getting from rotting. Paving stones, he's got all his pots along here. I don't know what he's got going in there. That's his little throne. He needs a better wheelbarrow. It looks like he's started to cut this out here, but we're going to put this line over here next on this side, and then we're going to put a path right the way down to the bottom. All this here underneath the plastic it looks like that there. So this is not hard to dig over. However, he's got to dig all this grass over here. This is terrible, this. But he's going to have a path here going across there, and another path there, so it's going to look like the George flag. All we've got to do then is tidy these paving stones here all the way along. See how they've all moved? Now his plot is in line here. All this here shouldn't even be here. This is the path, this is his plot, so we've got to tidy all this lot up as well. But you know, take your time, slow and methodical. And yeah, there we go, that's what his plots looks like. As you can see on this side, from this side it's the orchard, this side is where he's growing, and he's done quite well actually. The pallets he wants, I don't know what he's going to do with them, probably another composting bin, but he's got to there, so you know, he doesn't need any more. Might be wise to put some crocuses around these trees for next year. And I've got a load of snowdrops as well. You could put a load of snowdrops around them as well. But I think we're going to have some cherries on there. Well, I'm going to have some cherries. I don't know about him. I think that's a pear, apple. I think that's another pear. That's a plum. That's cherry. These are all, I think they're called Logan berries along here. That is comfrey. He doesn't even know it's there. He wouldn't know a thing to do with that. That might not be there after tomorrow. I've got to tidy. You're supposed to put all these in the burning bin. These are all the old canes, raspberry canes. But that's now. So anyway, that's his plot. And as you see, we've done all up here as well. Cut it all, cut the grass, and it looks pretty good. So I'll leave you with that picture of his cherry tree. I've never seen so many blossoms. So as you see, we've been defining the beds. His plot's coming on all right. We've did a bit of road surveying. He run out of bloody petrol, didn't he, the fuel? But we're just getting all the stuff ready now to put into the beds. It won't be long before we start doing all that. We've got a lot of digging to do still, but we've defined the beds. We're going to have 4 beds, 4 long beds, and we can rotate potatoes and stuff like that in them eventually. I'm not too sure what he wants to grow in them, but we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Earlier on in the week I was over on my mate George's plot. He asked me to screw the base of his his greenhouse, the frame to the base which he's just had done. He hired someone to come and put a base down for him, concrete plinth. Well, basically what it is them breeze blocks. You put the concrete, and I went over and fixed it to the frame to the actual base. So I want to show you that now, and you get to see his 2 greenhouses, and they look absolutely fantastic as well. Well, I've come to have a look at the new greenhouse, how he's got all the glass in it. This is George's greenhouses here. He's got this 12 foot by 8 foot here, and then he's got this, I think it's 14 foot by 8. I fixed it to the base here, and as you can see, he's just got soil in here. Probably put paving down the centre, but yeah. Johnny, Bill and George put the glass in. I think Johnny did the roof, and George and Bill did the glaze in here. I think it's missing a panel at the top there, but that's nothing. And yeah, they've done a very good job here. As you can see, like I said, I've put, when it was on its base, I put raw plugs all the way around, just to make sure it'll never come off. And yeah, this is his other greenhouse. Very nice job, well done. So there you go, that's his greenhouses. He's going to have some cracking stuff coming up in them greenhouses. There's that 14 footer's a belter, the one that I've just screwed down. There's There were 3 of them a couple of days ago. One, I think Jonathan did the roof, and Bill and George did the sides. So yeah, it won't be long before he'll be getting all his cabbages in. Same here, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just preparing all my pots to put bigger, to pot them on from the bags and what have you, and the trays. I've got a whole host of flowers as well which I need to pot on, so I'll probably attach something like onto the video at the end. But right now I'm gonna have another coffee break, and we'll be right back, and I'll show you the greenhouse all topped, all the buckets all topped up. So with that, be right back. So these are the potatoes in the greenhouse. I might have to take them out of here shortly. They're going really fast. I've just got to top them ones up there a little bit more. These are fully topped up. It's just them 4 there. 5, sorry, needs topping up. Got some hanging basket, some lobelia there, and what have you. There's some cosmos there. There's, you know, the whole 9 yards. Geraniums down there. Just been watering everything in here, and leaving the doors open. If I don't, everything can just get hammered by the sun. That 120 in here the other day. It doesn't seem to affect in the grapevine, as you can see. It's looking pretty good. It's coming over the door now and going along that way. Anyway, so there we go. That's the potatoes. They can grow, but we won't be keeping them in here much longer. So what else we've been doing, you may be asking yourself. We've been doing some runner beans called an armour. We've been actually starting them off in the pots. Now I don't like to do them too early because I always get caught out with that last frost around about May the 6th. Some years I get away with it, but mostly I get a frost and it wipes them all out when I put them on the wigwams. However, this year I think we're gonna be planting them a little bit late, so probably around about the 12th. So we'll be sure there'll be no hard frost then, and we'll be able to put the mallows and the pumpkins and all that lot out as well at the same time. But I've got a little clip here. I'm going to show you me just doing a few of them, and so here they are. Well, today we're going to be sowing these runner beans called an armour. You can plant them anything up to May, which is fine. Last frost day is May 6th, so I'll be putting them in the greenhouse. We're going to be, I think you get 50 seeds in these packs, so I'm going to put 3 seeds per pot, and when I put my wigwams up, there'll be 8 poles, so we'll have a couple of spares hopefully, and if a couple don't set, it's neither near there. But that's what we're going to do today, and these seeds are quite big. I'm going to open the pack in a moment and show them you. We're going to be using my dibber. What we do, put a seed here, sit like that. We're going to put seeds in, put 3 in each. Might be a bit excessive, but trust me, they do like company on the wigwams. So I'm just going to show you me doing one of these pots, or what I should say, one of these trays. And I say you get 50 seeds, so in fact I'm going to be using them all, so I might as well just tear the pack, eh? So let's show you the seeds. They're the seeds, like a purpley colour, and all I'm going to do, got tons of these, by the way. some more out. Whoops, that's another one I just dropped on. That's two I dropped on the floor. Pick them up in a minute. Put these back in the packet. Just going to get my watering can. Trick is to wet the seeds. There we go. Now we just backfill over. And we're going to continue down the line, and I'll put a label in a moment. So there you go, that's how we do them. I'm going to be putting 3 per pot, and I need, in total I need 16. I've got 8 poles, so we've got a couple of spares. So let's have at it, and I'll be right back when we've done it all. So there we go, all we've got to do now is add the labels in order. I've sure I'm missing something off them. Probably they just realised I'm missing the bloody date off them, but what's today? It's the 23rd of April today. So there you go. There you go, they're all done. And I'm going to stick them in the greenhouse now, just keep an eye on them. So yeah, that's yet something else we've actually done. I got a friend of mine, Debs, and we did the back end of the allotments with the strimmer. Debs went up the middle with the lawnmower, and I went down the edges with the strimmers, and between us we've done the complete back of the allotments, cut it all back. So with the rain on its way in the next couple of days, it should benefit the road at the back, because it's basically a grass road. We've still got to put wood chippings down. We're going to do 2 tracks, so we can drive down in winter as well. There'll still be the grass there, but there'll be 2 tracks to drive the car down. That's what we're going to be doing. While we was doing that, Mike from Potting Along, and there was a few others. There was Ash, Sue, and Bex, and they was burning up the top of the allotment. Some allotmenteers, I don't know if you can call them allotmenteers, I call them fly tippers myself. Unbeknownst to us, they've been dumping. There's a bit of an area up there where you can actually make a fire and burn burn the wood. Now what happened was, someone left some wood up there, and it started to rain, and he never come back and burnt it. And this wood started to get higher and higher and higher until it got out of control. And then people started throwing plastic bottles and all sorts of things behind it where we couldn't see it. And it got to that stage. It just, within 3 months, it looked like a fly tip, and it's supposed to be the area for nature area. And anyway, me and Mike got stuck into it last week, did some burning, and today, like the 4 people I've just mentioned, we're up there again, and they've burnt 90% of it. But there's still a lot of plastic up there which has got to be taken to the tip. In fact, let me show you. This is after we cleaned it up. I pity I haven't got the footage to show you what it looked like before we did it. You wouldn't have believed it. And you know what? We never seen a single person dump any of it. That's what's so sad. Never saw a single person doing it. No one's owned up to doing any of it. It's ridiculous, it is. But there's a sign up there now that says no tipping or dumping. So let's hope no one does it and gets caught, because it's an instant give us the key back, you've been kicked off the allotments. That's it. There's no second chances when it comes to that. But yeah, let's show you what's happened up there, what we've been doing. It's been a bit of a bonfire going up here today. Mike, Sue, Ash and Bex have been burning on here. there was a pile of stuff what people have dumped here over the last 3 months. Now they're not supposed to, there's not supposed to be no tipping or anything up here. It started off, one person put a bit of wood to burn and it started to rain and he left it and never went back to it. And then all of a sudden we started to see this pile start to get higher, higher and higher until it got to the top of this where it's got no tipping now. It was a bonfire, it could have been a bonfire, and then it started sticking plastic all behind it and all tipping all the composting stuff and plastic bags. And this has all happened in 3 months. And no one, believe it or not, no one actually saw this, saw the people doing it. Now they know if they get caught doing it, the rule is you get caught doing it, you're off the allotments. It's instant kicked off the allotments. Yet people have done it. And this is tidy. All this area here was just one pile of wood, broken pallets and broken scaffolding boards, rotted scaffolding boards. I was up here last week with Mike, and I spent all morning burning it with him. And again today, they spent all day burning it. I've just come to make sure the fire's out. Ash has made sure the fire's out, which is a good thing. But these plastics all gone at tip. But it's supposed to be a nature area. All this over here is supposed to be the nature area for all the, the wildlife. And people have done that there. Anyway, we might set a camera up here and catch the buggers. If we try it again, I think we'll have them. Yeah, so like I say, Mike, Ash, what a name, Ash. He's an Aussie lad, good lad as well. There was Sue and Bex, that's Ash's partner, got stuck in up there and burnt most of the wood. Now, the wood, what I'm saying, it was absolutely, there was all sorts of stuff, fencing, there was old scaffolding boards, and you would have thought we'd know where it's come from, but they've been dumping it in the middle of a bloody night, and no one's seen anyone do it, or no one's owning up to anyone seeing anyone do it. But they know if they get caught doing it, that's it, it's instant off, no second chances. But yeah, the plastic what you see up there, that'll be going to the tip. Ash said he'll take it up there, but apparently we're getting a skip, so we'll just throw it in the skip when it gets here, and that'll get rid of it. And then that area will probably turn it into a bit of a place to park in the cars, and there's a bit of a nature area at the side of it. We may even turn that back into a plot yet, we don't know. But we certainly don't want anyone dumping. It's the only area which looks a mess, and we've been tidying it up, so the allotments is looking really good now. But that's what I've been taking my time all week, burning bloody wood and cutting grass. I've just been into the orchard and took a couple of pictures there, and I'm going to put them onto the allotments Facebook group and ask for volunteers with strimmers, because more hands make lighter work, and if we can get a couple of people with their strimmers to join me, it'll take about half an hour to an hour to do round the trees, the orchard. They're all heritage fruit trees which are in the orchard. I think it's about 34 of them, 34 different varieties. You've seen the videos over the years, I'm sure you'll be able to find one without any trouble, but I'll show you that when we get up there with the strimmers. But that's it, that's what we've been doing today, yesterday, the day before. I've been doing a bit of seed sowing. I've got a few tomatoes sown and what have you. I'll show you them again. Don't want to make the video too long, but yeah, the sun, it's been absolutely glorious all week. And next couple of days, I believe we've got rain on the way, so hey ho, it does need a good soak. So until next time, thanks for watching guys, goodbye for now.